New at 6, schools across our state are seeing an increase in students with special needs, and Governor Lamont and lawmakers want to give $80 million in funding to help, but that may not be enough.
And President Trump's plan to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education is causing more concern tonight. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, live again for us at the state office building in Hartford with more. Susan?
Mark, special education seems to be on a lot of people's minds these days. In fact, yesterday, Connecticut's congressional delegation, they came to Hartford condemning President Trump's plan to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education. And today, Governor Lamont was in Meriden at the Lincoln Middle School. He had a lot to say about special education and the uncertainty of federal funding. Now, cities and towns across our state really depend on that money. It is very important, especially when it comes to special education, because it is expensive. In fact, Meriden tells us they've seen an increase in special needs students, 400 more students this year. Now, Governor Lamont says he wants to help our schools, but things could change.
I've talked to Linda McMahon, the new Secretary of Education. Washington loves Secretaries of Education from Connecticut, you maybe have noticed. You know, she has said that Title I money and some of the other funding may come from a different agency. Don't expect it to be interrupted. But what I have found is what the secretaries are saying and what you hear from DOJ and the White House don't always align. So trust but verify.
We're all very watchful of what's going on in Washington, and certainly everything does have a trickle-down effect eventually, and we're hopeful that we're able to maintain services, if not increase services down the road.
Connecticut's Attorney General has already filed a lawsuit challenging the president's plan to dismantle the Department of Education, and both Connecticut's 2 U.S. senators plan to fight this plan. We should also point out that Connecticut gets about $600 million a year in federal funding for special education. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News, live in Hartford tonight.